The following contest in the 60-minute time limit is for the GCW Heavyweight Championship of the State Tri-State Area. Making his way to the ring, weighing 200 pounds, he hails from Des Moines, Iowa. This is the Outtkast.
Main event time here at Seasons Feeding 3. And this one is one fall or a 1 hour time limit. It is for the 10 pounds of gold and silver, the Gateway Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And there you see the challenger, the Outtkast. The man that had an altercation with our heavyweight champion, Cameron Cage, the last time we were here in Mount Vernon. And he's got his opportunity here tonight.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 222 pounds, he's being coming to the ring by Sydney. He's your current and reigning GCW Heavyweight Champion, Cameron Cage.
And there you see the most controversial pair in Gateway Championship Wrestling. Cameron Cage and Cindy. Cage, the heavyweight champion. The man who always looks for a tactical advantage, who always looks for an opportunity. And he's got to put the vaunted GCW Heavyweight Championship belt on the line tonight against the Outtkast. Well, this one should be a dandy. We have already seen the bad blood between these two. It took place just a few weeks ago right here in Mount Vernon. And it's resulted in what you're about to see, a main event bout for the Heavyweight Championship. Cameron Cage defending against the Outtkast. Cameron Cage has been on a roll ever since he talked his way into a championship match. A bout that was scheduled to be Corey Twist versus Jerry Lynn. Cameron Cage weasels his way into it and comes away with the heavyweight championship after an illegal pin. And it's only gone downhill from there. Oh, brother, I have been joined now in the broadcast position by Sadie Blaze, a man who's tried to orchestrate his way to the GCW Tag Team Championship.
I thought you looked lonely and you might want some company.
Oh, brother. Well, I will ask politely that you retain some semblance of decorum because we've got a championship. Now, the last time we were in Mount Vernon and Cameron Cage defended this title, I distinctly recall you and DNS making an appearance in that match. There have been fans around the area and some observers that have claimed some sort of collusion between you and Cindy.
Collusion? First of all, you can't even spell collusion or decorum.
Well, I can see I'm going to get no information out of you about that conjecture that people are having about the relationship between you, DNS, Cindy, and Cameron Cage. But meanwhile, in the ring, it's the Outtkast challenging and going into a hammerlock, back into a headlock against the heavyweight champion, Cameron Cage.
Well, you know, it's no secret to anyone. Cameron and I have an association.
But what I don't get is, you and Cindy are competing managers. Shouldn't you be going for the heavyweight? Well, anyway, Outtkast, the arm drag. I just don't understand why a fellow manager wouldn't want the heavyweight title. Why he would be associated with another manager's charge in that.
What I want is domination of this company. I want the ruination of this company. I want to let the radiation and contamination run wild over Gateway Championship Wrestling.
Well, I think I'm more confused than I was before. But nonetheless, Cameron Cage back in the ring after consulting with a red-haired insurance policy, Cindy. Outtkast goes behind now, takes him down, Front face lock. Outtkast keeping the champion grounded here. Smart move. Underhooking the arm now. May try to roll him into a pinning combination here. Cage struggling, trying to find it. And it's the Outtkast in control, using that foot as a fulcrum. Cage brushes it away. Over the top now. Oh, just cranks the arm back into a cross arm breaker. You can separate a shoulder that way. And after some of Cameron Cage's actions, I'd kind of like to see that. Cage, though, fights back with a boot.
Just the fact that Cage got up shows you how resilient he is. It looked to me like he tore his arm off, which has happened in the past.
Big lariat from Cameron Cage. No, absolutely nobody will question the resilience or the athletic ability of Cameron Cage. He's as good as you get. But what I would question is his sense of morals, his sense of fair play, the fact that he represents his company as a heavyweight champion, and he is, in my mind, a lot of the things that a heavyweight champion should not be.
He's a winner.
Well, in a manner of speaking.
Night after night after night, he walks out with the belt.
Now that is true. By hook or by crook. But it's the Outtkast right now with a double underhook face lock. It might be the Outtkast walking out with it tonight. Count of one, Cage gets a shoulder up.
The only thing the Outtkast is going to walk out with tonight is a limp.
Well, right now, he is putting the boots to the heavyweight champion. He is in control right now. Picks him up. Shoulder breaker right on that shoulder that was almost jerked out of its socket earlier. Cover. Count of one, count of two, and no. Count of two by referee Richard Head, who we've not seen in a few months. I'm assuming they got him out of the sanitarium. And it's now the Outtkast way. Spinning hammerlock, but Cage has got the trunks. Come on in. The referee saw it. Good officiating by Richard Head.
I think Richard hasn't been in the sanitarium. I think he went to referee school.
Well, nonetheless, wherever he's been, he made a good call right there. And now Cameron Cage running away.
Don't talk when I'm getting ready to talk. What's wrong with you?
I'm trying to call the action in the ring if you don't mind.
Personally, I thought Head was a better referee before he left.
Well, nonetheless, left-handed chop now by Cameron Cage, the southpaw from Las Vegas, going to work on the big elbow right to the point of the jaw. Cage with a cover, count of one, count of two, but the Outtkast kicks out. Cameron Cage. But the Outtkast fires back. This kid's got so much heart in him. He's got so much fight. Outtkast with the whip. Drop kick right to the sternum.
He's got a lot of beer in him, too.
Well, his training methods are different than most. But I can assure you that he's honed his craft in the finer mosh pits all across the Midwest.
Well, you'd have to say a lot for Cage's training methods, too, considering he is the champion.
Hey, no question about it. He's in great shape. He's a tremendous athlete. Count of one, count of two. I've never questioned Cameron Cage's wrestling ability. I have, though, questioned his tactics on many, many occasions. Tremendous shot once again in the ring right now. And what a championship match this one has turned into. Referee questioning that blow from Cameron Cage. I wouldn't put it past him to go low.
Don't let the makeup and tattoos fool you with that Outtkast kid. He's got nothing inside of his head.
Inside cradle, count of one, count of one, and that's it. Small package from the Outtkast.
That's no joke.
You know, you're going to get us fined by the FCC if you're not careful. They got Howard Stern off the air. They'll get you off the air next.
You give him my phone number.
Outtkast now with Cameron Cage perched on the top rope. Follows him up there to the top floor. What is this? Reverse Hurricane Rana from the top. That might do it. That might put away the heavyweight champion.
Reverse Hurricane Rana, that's the best you can come up with?
Count of two. Well, what the Sam Hill would you call it?
Well, you're the announcer, not me.
Let me guess. It's a flippy flop thingy. Irish whip to the corner now. Nobody home. Outtkast missed that knee.
Well, I'll tell you, it would be something that wouldn't happen if I was out there.
Well, you're retired, if you'll remember. Your wrestling career is over.
Thanks to Big Bad Ben. To say it over and over and over again. And it's his fault. Really, it is.
If you want to place the blame where you're going to place it, I'm sure. But remember, you had every opportunity to wrestle anywhere you wanted to. You chose to wrestle in Gateway Championship Wrestling. Oh, come on, a chair right to the knee as Cindy distracts a referee for crying out loud. Cameron Cage is an opportunist, but there's no call for that kind of tactic. Oh, a clip, a chop block right to the back of the knee. Cameron Cage has zeroed in on that leg. And this crowd picks up the chant of cheater, cheater, cheater. And they're absolutely right, as it was Cameron Cage using a chair on the outside.
You know, I just have to go off on a tangent here. It really irritates me and gets my goat the way Big Bad Ben walks around this company like he really owns this place. All he does is prance around here, making jokes and trying to make it let people laugh. Yet he has the most serious tactics up his sleeve. If people could know the real Big Bad Ben like I do, they would never believe it.
Well, that man's the chairman of the board that you're talking about. And Cameron Cage, meanwhile, connects in the corner on another knee. He is zeroed in on that leg of the Outtkast. And I mean, I understand you have your personal issues with Big Bad Ben, but I really wish you'd keep that business behind the curtain, if you will. Count of one, count of two, and that's it.
Well, a lot of that business is behind the curtain, and a lot of those guys in the dressing room are starting to see the light.
Cameron Cage now. Knee first right on the apron, right on the ring, the mat.
The what?
Outtkast now just being taken apart by the heavyweight champion. Hey, if I sound a little bit nervous with you out here, it's for a very good reason. I don't know when I'm going to get hit with a freaking briefcase. You've hit everybody else tonight.
I never did anything to warrant any fear out of you. I like it, and you should be afraid.
Well, fans, I apologize. I'm a little bit out of sorts here, but I don't know if there's going to be a couple of goons coming up from behind me or what. You just don't know when Sadie Blaze is around. But we'll call this as best we can as Cameron Cage with that ankle stretch. Outtkast is in the ropes, referee trying to break the hold. And Cage stretching that 5 count to the maximum.
I don't understand why half the time, like for example, when Cage goes for a pin, Richard Head can't count to 3, yet when Cage has a totally legal submission hold on, he can count to 4.
Did you not see the Outtkast hand in the ropes?
He has hands.
You're looking at the same monitor I'm looking at. His hand was in the ropes.
I didn't see any hands.
Spinning toe hold now by the heavyweight champion. And now into an inside leg bar.
All I saw was macaroni art.
You've really got to stop taking whatever it is you're taking before the shows.
You don't want that to happen.
The Outtkast now trying to find some way back. He was doing so well until that chair shot from Cameron Cage turned the whole thing around. Cage now again focusing on that leg, going to the post. Come on! Come on! And now Cindy getting on the apron for what reason, I don't know. Cameron Cage trying to go for a figure 4 around the ring post. Partially has it. Nonetheless, that is an illegal hold. And it's only the chicanery of Cindy that's keeping it out of the view of the referee.
The greatest wrestler ever used that hold. And it wasn't illegal when he did it, and it's not illegal now.
It's on the outside of the ring. It's illegal. I don't care who did it.
You tell Bret Hart that.
Count of 2, and that's it. But it's Cameron Cage in control right now. Cage now going right back to that leg. Spinning toe. Going for the figure four, but Outtkast kicks him off. Outtkast fires back. This courageous young man is firing back at the heavyweight champion. Wrist lock underneath. Overnight suplex. Holds on. He's going for that 666. That's the second one. They're going all three of them. And the Outtkast may be moments away from becoming the GCW heavyweight champion. But Cameron Cage in desperation connects with a kick to the face. Cage now has created some space between himself and the challenger. Outtkast on the floor trying to work out the soreness and the tenderness in that knee. He knows what a big opportunity this match is for him, but Cage catches him coming right back in. He's like a pit bull. He senses a weakness, he senses blood, and he goes right for it. Right onto the apron once again with the back of that knee. Could easily tear a posterior cruciate ligament that way.
That kid didn't really think he was going to come out here and beat Cage for that title, did he? I mean, Cage is an accomplished wrestler. He's wrestled all over the country.
Well, Outtkast is an accomplished wrestler in his own right. Has a lot of big victories here and across the country as well. Outtkast is a fine challenger. And I venture to say the only reason he's on the defensive right now is the chairs and the illegal tactics from Cindy.
Oh, and the closed fist that Outtkast was throwing, that's not illegal?
You gotta fight fire with fire, but right now, it's Cameron Cage with a figure four leg lock on the Outtkast. Outtkast trying to fight out of this. Outtkast reaching for the ropes. He knows that's the best way out of this right now. Outtkast is in the ropes. That forces a break. Outtkast knowing his ring positioning right there. He's a lot more of an intelligent wrestler than people think. Schoolboy, count of one, count of two. That's almost had it. Forearm smash by the challenger. Head first to the turnbuckle. Outtkast going to work on the heavyweight champion. And now pounding away on Cameron Cage.
With closed fists.
Well, I'll take closed fists over a chair any day.
You might take a chair anyway.
Outtkast with a backdrop. Wait a second, what did Cindy just hand him? Cindy just that's a chain. That's a dadgum chain. Cameron Cage has wrapped a chain around his fist. Referee, turn around, Richard. I don't like the looks of this at all. No, Outtkast underneath, boot to the midsection. He's going for the case study. Oh, come on. No way.
Here's your winner out loud. And still GCW heavyweight champion, Cameron Cage.
Another perfectly legal victory for Cameron Cage.
Perfectly legal, had a chain on his hand. Cameron Cage retains his title with a chain on his hand. DNS cheat their way to the tag team final with a briefcase and a pair of handcuffs.
Which hand did he use?
Something has got to be done about all you ingrates.
Which hand did he use? Because I see both of his hands right now, and there's no chain.
He hit that chain, I guarantee you. He hit the chain just like you hit the briefcase earlier.
He's naked. Where did he hide it?
Dan has got to get something done about all you people. Fans, we apologize, but we will see you next time here on GCW Home Video, and I can assure you Big Bad Danny's going to have something to say about all of this catering next time here on GCW Home Video. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody.